Hey everyone, it's Kel-n-Rich, and we're right back with you. Just before Kel has to go to work, we have about a half hour left. We're giving you as much first reactions as we can muster. We're going to be doing somewhere around 20 between last night and this morning, so we're really very, very happy about that.
We're happy to be back at it.
Yeah, we've been kind of on the road, moving, and all the other stuff. We'll get into... People have asked what certain elements are, like what's the picture above. We'll explain all that stuff in time, but right now just enjoy the music, and certainly we're going to enjoy Within Temptation, Ice Queen. This is for Scott No, if that's how you pronounced your last name, N-O-E. This was requested a while back, and we wanted to make good on it. Special request from him, and also the symphonic metal armies across the world
love them.
Love Within Temptation.
Yes.
So we did the first video and it wasn't the best sound quality. The link that I picked was bad, and that happens. We're not about perfection here. We're just about learning, discovering, growing,
script.
teaching, etc. So let's get right to it, Kel.
This is Rich. My name is Kel. We're married and we love doing reaction videos. So here you go.
Here we go. Metal all the way to progressive rock and anything and everything in between. That's awesome. We get the album cover up.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this. It just kept putting down. What am I trying to say?
We have a lot
kept
to
getting
go through.
put down on the list.
There's thousands of requests at this point.
Yeah. Here we go. Ice Queen. 5 minutes. Just boom.
Wow.
It's quite extraordinary. We've been listening to all male singers today, and to have a female singer of that caliber, and the background singers, the I can't do it, but you know what I mean, to hold that together with all the instruments under it, and then her to sail above that,
giving it that choir,
exactly,
that big chamber choir and symphonic orchestral combination
that was
with
killer
metal
in that song,
and the opera. Oh,
symphonic metal is definitely our sweet spot. I gotta say, I mean, we're trying with the growls and we're trying with the screams and stuff, and some of it's really, really good and we really like it. But I gotta say for myself that coming from my history in the music from prog rock, prog metal, and then classic rock, even pop rock, some of the cheesy stuff from the 70s that I would just listen to.
Sorry,
your excuse. And also bands like Metallica, Megadeth, Volbeat. There's a sweet spot there of this symphonic metal that I'm not sure that I can exclusively listen to symphonic metal all the time, but when I want something big and that skadoosh, that sound that Devin Townsend brings, the sound that even like Atreyu was bringing on some of their, right? Not Atreyu, Arion.
yes.
Yeah. So many bands. Mm-hmm. That complete sound and that complete experience, even the Halloween song that we just listened to, Eagle Fly Free.
Oh yeah.
There's a quality that we don't want to play favorites here on this channel, but certainly when something like that comes on, when music like that comes on, that's a total body experience. And I'm sure you're listening out there, you as the person that you are have your sweet spot. There's got to be that.
Yeah, tell us about
You're
it.
not just split all over the place where you're like, I like everything. No, maybe, but I doubt it. You definitely have something that is
your favorite
right there. And I think as much as I like Metallica, as much as I like Pink Floyd, Soen, I'm thinking that a regular dose of symphonic metal is almost needed, and we bonded first when we first got together. We bonded around Evanescence, and that seemed to be that bridge because it was she loved the epic music, she loved the epic soundtracks, literally from like Lord of the Rings and from all the movies of the past. She listened to that.
He would come over to visit before we were together when we were dating, and I'd be cleaning the house, and the house would be this.
Hear it from down the hall.
You'd hear the soundtracks of the games from the gaming community, the epic soundtracks that are produced for Call of Duty and all those big, huge, I can't think of any right now because my brain is just going crazy, but I just would find 4 or 6 hours of epic soundtracks on YouTube, and I'd hit play, and I'd be cleaning the house, and all this epic music would be erupting all through the house in my 2-level condo.
I'd come over, I'd have to knock, and I'd have to call her on her phone because she wasn't hearing the knock. I'd have to knock on the door because she wasn't hearing the phone, whatever. And I'm just like, you really like this kind of music, don't you? How about this? Let's try this. And that's when I brought her to Pink Floyd, and then brought her to Dream Theater. And then eventually it was, hey, do you like Evanescence? And I think we listened to My Immortal, the full band version. Mm-hmm. And then we listened to the piano. And then we listened to, what's that song?
Going Under.
The whole album Fallen.
Yeah.
But then there was a song by an artist that it was a piano. It's a pop singer. Do you remember the name of that song?
Not right now.
With Eminem. Dun, dun, dun.
That was Rihanna, maybe?
Yeah, there was a Rihanna song. Yeah, there was a Rihanna song. It wasn't with Eminem. Anyway,
okay. And moving
we
on.
bonded on that style, which was definitely stripped down symphonic. It was just her at the piano, but it had that Amy Lee kind of feel. And then we branched out into bigger sounds. And now, since Nightwish and since Within Temptation and within all the other bands, Symphony X and Evergrey and even though you get more toward Celtic Frost and that, that's our sweet spot. So
and just I have been thinking about
Iron Maiden,
that, and the conversation we had last night. When I was playing music, I didn't really feel anything, and I realized it's because I was working. I took being a musician very seriously, and I could not enjoy the sound because I was so focused on my part and what I had to do that it was a job. And so I think back now to that time, and it gives me a greater, deeper appreciation for all that we are listening to now. The scream and the growl, I feel that is a necessary part, but sometimes I'm just kind of waiting for it to be over so I can hear I know that there's gold. You're
so diplomatic.
And I'm
just kind of waiting for it to be over.
I'm getting through it because I can't understand what they're saying, but it's kind of
through it.
And then I'm like, oh, there it is. There's my hero. Okay, villain, where are you?
As my 106-year-old grandmother was famous for saying, up until about 104, then she went a little bit, the brain went a little bit, and she was just speaking different languages, so I couldn't understand her. But she knew, like, literally 7 to 9 languages. Her famous expression was, she put her hand on top of my hand. Her name was Jean Reich. She's from the old country. She's from Poland. Youngest of 7 sisters. Richie, you can get used to anything. Now, when a 104-year-old lady says that, you believe it. So I could just hear you saying that. I could hear her voice in your voice. And I was just kind of waiting for it to be over.
It's because I don't know what they're saying half the time.
And yeah, we can watch the lyrics and stuff, but it's just not our bag. But we'll continue to bring Me the Horizon had a bunch of those really powerful kind of, growl and screamy kind of, not growl, but screamy stuff.
Then we saw them on stage.
But that worked because we were there with everybody else doing it. To listen to it on an album, it's not our first choice, but we're warming up. We're warming up to some bands, but certainly not all.
Yeah,
certainly
we're
not
working
all.
on it.
Yeah, there's some vocalists that I just go, no, I'm not doing it. We'll try it, and if we don't like it, and I'll text or I'll email some people that I know and say, without having to keep doing first reactions to this and keep being disappointed or just kind of having to say the same stuff like, hey, I appreciate the artistry, but it's really not my bag, and then Kel kind of make it all flowery and stuff and turn off the camera and go, can we just not listen to that anymore? We don't want to do that. So that's just our truth. We want to be as transparent as possible here.
And we also don't want to shit on other people's music.
No.
So
we'll just move on. Right? But this is Sweet Spot City.
This was awesome. This actually brought tears to my eyes.
Big
though they
sound,
didn't fall.
Devin, the skadooshers out there. We're calling them the skadooshers. That's bring it on. Bring it on. We'd love to do more King Crimson. That was the last pulse. We'd love to do more King Crimson, but it gets play matched and blocked.
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll probably do just the audio, and we'll do a couple of starts and stops. Now we have a technique without just holding the signs up.
If you can get the sign in your hand.
Yeah, there might be some biting going on, which is really, really funny. What's the video that we just did? Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Sorry, not Steve I. Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Still trying to get them all straight.
Lil Wing, the cover of Jimi Hendrix.
Has him biting his guitar.
And something happened. You have to watch that video to get the inside joke about the whole biting. And it came from Mikey B. He was my inspiration. And so we're probably going to do that instead, where I'm gonna stop the music and she's probably gonna bite me, and it's just kind of funny because it's just funny. Anyway, we'll see how long that goes.
All good on my side.
Later, everyone. Thanks for watching.